Greetings, Guardians. The Jolly Gamer here, and it is Wednesday. Yes, I know, I am very sorry on the delay. I will admit, I was naughty. I played Guild Wars 2 yesterday, and WoW, and a little Final Fantasy 14, and sort of lost track of time, so ran out of time. Anyway, then I came in today, and I had problems with my audio, but I did do a solo run of Challenge of the Elders, and I will be uploading that. It was an interesting... And I have your weekly reset for you today. It will definitely be delayed next week. I will probably get it out on Wednesday, simply because I plan on live streaming Hogwarts Legacy on launch, and that's on a Tuesday because I do have the deluxe edition. I'm really looking forward to this game, so I'm going to come home, see if the game is ready and good to go, and immediately I'm going to start playing it. So, yeah, so that will definitely, next week at least, will definitely be Wednesday. After that, I will try again to go back to Tuesdays. And, not play Final Fantasy 14 or WoW or Guild Wars 2 on Tuesday. Anyway, here goes your weekly reset. I did get that Challenge of the Elders bosses for you, and I suffered for that one, even though it wasn't that long. Anyway, let's start with Crucible. We have combined arms 6v6 with vehicles. You got Guardians, you got vehicles, you got Guardians and vehicles. How can things possibly... It's just awesome. I mean, come on. Guardians and vehicles. Again, just the usual reminder I bring up every week, just in case for the new people, you can do private matches in Original Destiny. Now, if you manage to get a match with combined arms, you'll get a Treasure of Ages box and some legendary marks. But I've told people have not had much luck with Crucible. So, while this doesn't work for the rewards, if you really want to play some good old Destiny, Original Destiny Crucible, private matches are always an option, and you do have Sparrow Racing League. And I bring this up because it doesn't look like you have Sparrow Racing League. That's the thing. That's why I keep bringing this up in videos to make sure people are aware. It doesn't look like you can do Sparrow Racing League in private matches, but you can. It's because of the way it is set up. So you have to go under game options, pick the game type, and when you go to the end, Sparrow Racing League is blacked out. This is because the map that is selected by default does not work with Sparrow Racing. So you can pick it. See, I've picked it. Alright? Then I go over here, and I have to pick a map that matches. Oh. And then it gives you all the other options. But that's the important thing. It looks like it's blacked out, but it works. If you want to do Sparrow Racing League, it works for private matches. It just doesn't look like it. I don't think they did a very good job on that. Anyway, that's Crucible for this week. As I said, I've heard really mixed things about getting it to Crucible at least. Everything else is fine. It's Crucible that people have told me they've had a lot of difficulty. I haven't tried because I'll admit I've been playing a lot of other video games, so I haven't been focusing as much on Original Destiny, so I haven't really tried to get into. Anyway, next is one of my favorite things in Original Destiny, which I wish they would bring more of it to Destiny 2. It is also the best way to farm legendary marks, which, as always, the usual reminder, you can only carry 200. That means whatever I do next, I will only get 2. Once you reach 200, that's it. No matter what you earn, you will not get. Okay? So, if I run a heroic story mission right now, even though I'm supposed to get, like 20 legendary marks, okay, I will only get 2. You need to go and buy something once you reach 200, alright? Now, this is the best way to farm legendary marks. You run it 5 times, you'll get over 100 legendary marks, 20 per run, between 20 and 35 per run. And the first one, you'll get a Treasure of Ages box, which is the best way to get silver dust. This week is Earth and Moon. So Earth and Moon are the first missions you play when you play Original Destiny. The only mission that you will not get to play is the first mission of the game. That's the one where Ghost revives you. That one you can't redo. On the other hand, everything else you will get to do. So all the original early missions in Destiny will come up in this rotation. The modifiers are heroic, enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. I've already told you multiple times why this is so. You didn't bring them cookies or cupcakes. I mean, now they're getting really pissed, and they might start demanding a Carvel, I think it's Carvel, ice cream cake. You know, those things used to be big, and you just got them for cheap. Now you get this itty bitty teeny tiny Carvel cake, and it's like $40 for something like this teeny tiny. Like, I could buy a thing of ice cream for a quarter of the price. I remember you used to get these big Carvel cakes, for a fraction of the price we pay now for something like itty bitty. You have to look at it through a microscope. But yeah, they're going to start demanding individual Carvel cakes if you don't start bringing them food. That's why heroic enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. So you're going to have to bring a lot of chocolate and ice cream. Then we have match game. Enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage, which, as I said, did you pick up Zalo Supercell? Every time Zerg carries it, I tell you to pick it up. This will give you a third element. It'll just make match game easier. Zalo Supercell is a great weapon to have. You should have picked it up. I told you. I told you to pick it up, Guardian. I mean, I'm the unofficial Hunter Vanguard, alright? Let's just put it that way, alright? Because there is no Hunter Vanguard in Destiny 2. So I'm the unofficial assistant to the Hunter Vanguard because we know it's Buster, okay? And we got Airborne. Players deal more damage while in the air, which is awesome, so just jump around the map and have fun. Cool. Earth and the Moon, like I said, my favorite. And as always, you don't even have to do heroic story missions. You can just pick map. Everything is available to you. Yep. Dreadnought. Remember the Dreadnought? Dreadnought's awesome. Mars. Mars was cool. Yeah. So heroic story missions, great thing to do. Also great way to just deal with bounties. Yeah, do it. Anyway, next we have the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist, which every time I've done it, I have been matched. Now, I haven't done it in a couple of weeks because, like I said, I've been playing other videos. Dead Space, Final Fantasy XIV, Guild Wars 2. I've started just getting a little into WoW out of curiosity because this will be this great game. I'm just curious about WoW. Dead Space. I did play some Destiny 2. I have a huge list of video games to play. So, I haven't really been playing much Destiny, so I haven't tried Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist, but every time I have been matched with people. Usually right from the start, but there's 1 or 2 times where I was dropped in with 2 people, or I started alone and within a couple of minutes I had 2 people join me. Even like obscure stuff where like I was playing on my other hunter, which is level 12, and I went to do Omnigul, and I picked Omnigul from the map. I did not expect to be matched with anyone because I specifically picked Omnigul from the map. I didn't go through the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist, which most people do, and I was matched with people. So there are new people in Destiny, and I still highly recommend it. I think this is a great package. So anyway, Siva Crisis Heroic, you'll probably be matched with people. The modifiers are heroic because, again, goddamn it, Guardian, just bring them some cookies. Just you can buy them a couple of packets of, off-brand Oreo cookies. They won't know the difference. They're fallen. They're stupid. Buy some cheap-ass, BJ's or Sam's Club or whatever the hell Oreo cookies, alright? And throw them out. They're just, throw some cookies at them. They'll be happy. Next, you got fresh troops. So, you piss them off so much, enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. So not only are they more aggressive and they're in greater numbers, they're in even more greater numbers. Wow, what did you do, Guardian, to piss them off that much that not only did they call on their friends, they called on their friends' friends, and their cousins, and their nephews. Like, everyone is coming. I don't know, Guardian. I don't know if I should be disappointed or impressed. Honestly, you know what? I'm impressed. Good job, Guardian. You pissed them off enough that they just went all out on this one. Then you got Airborne. Players deal more damage while in the air, which, yeah, jump around. Be awesome if you get like a pogo stick or something. Then you got Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. So, sweet. Siva Crisis Heroic. Have fun with that. You know what? Go for it. Go dig through your vault for all the crazy-ass gun combinations, because that's one of the things I do every now and then. I'll just pick up crazy-ass gun combinations just to have fun with the hell of it, because why not? You know what? That's the whole point of a video game, is to have fun. So yeah, Siva Crisis Heroic. You do which always impressed me that you get less rewards for doing Siva Crisis Heroic. You get a Treasure of Ages box and up to 30 legendary marks if you do 3 runs. So run it 3 times. Take you what, half an hour? 45 minutes at most? Anyway. Next, so that's Siva Crisis Heroic. Next, we got the weekly Nightfall Strike. And it is my buddy, the Screechy Meanie. She screeches, she screams, she gives you a headache. I mean, seriously, I've had to turn off the audio on my headset at times because she's just so annoying. Yes, it's Omnigul, okay? Now, this isn't how you go to her. I'm just finding her on the map so you know who it is. It's not Fallen Saber. Omnigul, see the Will of Crota. But you go through here, right? So you click here. And you're fighting Omnigul, which means Oh boy, they have match game. Anyway, you've got epic, heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in greater numbers. Because Omnigul is that kind of person. In this case, you didn't piss them off. This is just Omnigul. You know, she just that kind of person. She's one of those. She's a Karen, all right. She's a total screechy Karen, and she needs to bring a whole bunch of guys, you know, soy boys, all right, to go with her, all right, and fight you because she doesn't want to break any of her nails. Even though like her dress is covered in blood, she just does not want to break. So she brings her army of soy boys. Okay. And you piss them off, so yes, she's bringing you out. Anyway, you got Brawler. Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. Cool. Throwing knife, you name it. Guardian melee. Punch your way through them. Then you got Grounded. Players take more damage while airborne. So this one, don't jump around. Right? Just don't do it. Don't do it. Then you've got Chaff. Pladar radar is disabled, which honestly, you know what? I mean, I guess there's certain points where this would be helpful. In this case, I have fighting Omnigul. It was a little helpful because you'll suddenly get these enemies appearing from weird directions. Also, keep in mind Omnigul farts. So there's this spot under the bridge where you can fight Omnigul, and she farts. I'll get more into that after and match game. Enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. And if I recall correctly, Omnigul is Arc, and you need Arc to get through her shields. Just match game, and Omnigul being the witch with a capital B that she is, screaming and screeching, you need Arc. Zalo Supercell comes to mind. Wonder who keeps suggesting you pick it up when Zerg is carrying it. Just saying. Yeah, with Omnigul, she comes there's a bridge she stands over. And so you do damage on her, then she'll disappear, and a thrall will come, and then there's a pattern of different enemies per like stage with her. So like I believe there's like a knight that came up in a window, and there was a whole bunch of knights at one point and acolytes. And then at the end, when you've nearly gotten her, there are the ogres. And she farts. That's the other thing. There's this spot you can hide under the bridge. The problem is, then she starts farting on you, and that does damage to you too. There's a spot under the bridge that I used to hide in when I was dealing with Omnigul. But yeah, it's like this whole pattern. My God, it's been so long, I can't tell you the exact order of it. I just remember that there was this window that when you go in and you look, there's a window where a knight will appear at one point. And you have to deal with that guy, because that guy was a pain in the butt to deal with, because he would like just come out of this window. You have to get to him. And then I remember, like, so Omnigul's in the center, and the knight was over there. And there's like this balcony area to the side. It's like a platform. And an ogre would appear from there. And it was just non-stop. So that's roughly what I remember. I don't remember. I just also remember an ogre appearing like underneath and having to fight the ogre. There's like at least 2 ogres, I think. One above. Yeah, so there's a whole pattern. There's a pattern to it. You just need to memorize the pattern. I haven't done it in a very long time. But Omnigul, you need the arc shield. You need an arc weapon, because her shields are arc and you have match game. They always seem to have match game with Omnigul. I just remember having to deal with her arc shields, and it was just a pain in the rear. Anyway, I hope that's helps. That's the Vanguard Nightfall. Don't forget to pick up the bounties from Commander Zavala. You have to go to Zavala to pick up the 3 weekly bounties. These are the weekly ones. You do them once a week per character. You have to go to Zavala. And then the rest of the bounties are on the bounty board. Okay? Cool. Alright. So that's that. Next we got Challenge of the Elders. And you can see I did complete it, but my score was awful. Because this was just a week from hell. It is not a pleasant week for hunters. But first off, let me give you the modifiers so you can get an idea. So you've got Berserk. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. Then you have melee kill bonus. Okay, which is good because your throwing knife will do more damage. Oh wait, no, never mind, sorry. Melee kills are worth more. Melee kill bonus, melee kills are worth more points. You're not going to do more melee damage, you'll get more points for melee kill. So no melee kill damage bonus, just melee kill bonus. And then you have Juggler. No ammo drops for your equipped weapon. This was a rough one. Okay. The first one, wasn't that bad. So the first one is Fallen. Pilot Servitor of a war-wrecked Fallen Ketch. The boss himself is easy. Now, if you watch my run, I did that dumb mistake that I keep telling people and warning people. Now you have proof. I was going to start over after I died like the third time. But you now have proof that those stupid grenades that he drops will one-shot kill you. Because that thing killed me in one go. So watch out for the grenades he drops. I mean, it depends if you're a hunter or a warlock or a titan and how you have your setup. But I have a heavy focus on armor as a hunter. You can see for yourself, I have a very heavy focus on armor here. And that thing one-shot killed me. Other than that, that's the only threat you get really from the boss. The primary problem with Pilot Servitor of a war-wrecked Fallen Ketch are the Vandals, who will jump at you over and over with their swords. Now, this one's a piece of cake using my Hunter's throwing knife because you got the precision points and you got the points for it. So if you use the Hunter's throwing knife, which I've mentioned over and over again, right? And you go with Knife Juggler, alright? Which precision kills with throwing knife immediately reset its cooldown. You will get the points for precision, and you will get the melee kill bonus points. So you get a lot of points. Good for the first round. And these guys are a piece of cake. They are easy with the throwing knife. Even the Vandals are easy. I mean, the only problem with the Vandals is they jump at you, and sometimes they get too close to you for you to use your throwing knife. And you, by default, will then just melee. So, Pilot Servitor of a war-wrecked Fallen Ketch, really piece of cake. Next is Araun. This was a nightmare to deal with. Now, of course, it was fun, but you'll see me if you watch my my video of me running it. I was really frustrated, but still a ton of fun. Because, come on, it's original Destiny. It's challenging. Makes it fun. I mean, it's just hard, but Cabal Strategist Araun has a lot of Cabal with their shields. Now, this is original Destiny. The only way you kill Cabal with their shields, the primary method of doing it is you shoot them in the shoulder or you shoot them in the foot, and they flinch, and then you get them in the head. Which, yeah, normally you'd shoot them in the shoulder, then throwing knife them in the head if you're a hunter. The problem is you have Berserk. They don't flinch. Alright, let me make it clear. They do not flinch. No matter how many times you shoot them in the foot or the shoulder, they will keep coming at you. You need to get them from behind, maybe use a fusion rifle. I use Zala Supercell, but as I said, I want people to tell me, what do you recommend to use melee against these? Because you're dealing with Cabal unless you go from behind. If you're a hunter, I don't see how you can melee these guys. They're massive shields that you are not getting through. These are not Destiny 2 shields. These are Cabal shields from original Destiny, and let me say this, they don't flinch. Alright? They will keep coming at you, and then they will slam you with your thing, which they got me a couple times where they slammed me with the shield, and that killed me. So it was pretty rough. And I finally just killed them off. That's what killed my points. But finally, you have Vex. And Vex also sucks for this. Because the Vex, if you're using your Hunter's throwing knife, there is an aim assist. Normally I hate aim assist, but there is an aim assist with it. Because I know that there are throws with my throwing knife that I should not have gotten. However, the problem with the aim assist, when you are fighting Vex, not taken Vex, is it automatically goes for the head. I have tried to go for the tummy, which is the precision kill point for Vex. It doesn't work. Let me know in the comments if you've had any luck or if you have any suggestions for me on how to do it. But as far as I know, every time I've tried to go for the head, with the throwing, not the head, to go for the tummy, with the white spot, right? With the Vex, to get a precision kill, it automatically goes for the head. So this is a really, really, really bad week if you are a hunter. Let me know down in the comments. I'm thinking, honestly, I haven't run Blade Dancer in a while, so I'm not sure what the melee is for Blade Dancer. But I mean, I think it's your knife. The only thing I think of is with the Night Stalker, it's the smoke grenades, which I believe you could have a poison grenade. But even that, really, I don't know if that's going to work against the Cabal. So, I mean, if I really wanted to, I guess I could focus on it and try and figure something out. But let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. Because this is I mean, Titans, Warlocks, let me know. But Hunters, especially the Cabal. The Cabal they don't flinch. You have to, I mean, like I said, I use Zalo Supercell primarily because it would charge them all. Or if they were already, if their health was already down, a fusion rifle shot to the foot would disintegrate the whole thing. But you need to get several shots in because it has to be enough damage so that the fusion rifle hit is one shot and, you know, vaporizes them completely. And the problem is you have Juggler. Yeah, so you're going to have to keep switching between them. The only thing that for the Cabal works with the throwing knife are the little scions. And it's not the shield scions, it's the regular scion. So yeah, you've got Juggler, which, especially with the Cabal one, was a pain in the butt. So the bosses, again, are Pilot Serve of War-Wrecked Fallen Ketch, aka Fallen. Then you have Cabal, Vala Araun, Cabal Strategist. And number 3, you have Time Stalker of the Vex, the Overmind Minotaur, aka just Vex. So Fallen, Cabal, and Vex. Don't forget, don't be like an idiot like me. And don't forget, pop a House of Judgment reputation booster and 3 of coins between each round. Because you need to do it between each round. And you know the goal is to get 30,000 in a single run and 90,000 total, which obviously, because you start to run out of points. Anyway, so that's Challenge of the Elders. Don't forget the bounties from him as well. And there are, one thing I never pointed out, but I should have, is Petrovenge has bounties that are tied to Prison of Elders, the Challenge of the Elders. There's a couple of them. Every now and then she has a couple of bounties that if you pick them up, they're meant for Challenge of the Elders. So don't forget to check with Petrovenge to see if she has any Challenge of the Elders related bounties. I still need to run Skolas solo. I know how to do it now thanks to Alexia, but I plan on recording myself doing it. I definitely want to do this one. Anyway, finally you have the weekly raid, and the weekly raid is Heroic Templar to Atheon Challenge. That would be Vault of Glass. Let me know in the comments, which do you prefer? The Destiny 2 Vault of Glass or the original Destiny Vault of Glass? I've only done the Vault of Glass in original Destiny like once. And they carried me through it because I needed to get the Eye of Atheon, get the No Time to Explain. I would really like to do it. But you know how it is. This weekend I plan on playing a whole bunch of video games, and then I plan on playing Hogwarts Legacy. Like I said, this is why I expect there to be a delay next week on the weekly reset, because I will be playing Hogwarts. I will be live streaming Hogwarts Legacy on launch. Now I have to get home from work, so let's say 3-4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I will be live streaming Hogwarts Legacy. I'm really looking forward to this game. It looks really, really good. Anyway, share this video with people. My understanding is people aren't getting alerts, and I'm making these for Destiny people. So, and I thought I saw another person who does Destiny content, but he doesn't talk. I saw his Zer video a couple days ago, and he says nothing. So, good. I'm going to try and see if I can contact him. It would be awesome. But, share my videos, because I make them for Destiny. And if Destiny people aren't getting alerts, they might think I'm not doing them anymore. And I've said I'm going to make reset videos and Zer location videos as long as Destiny's running and I have internet. Please share them. And let people know. I will be making these videos, especially the Zer ones. They will always be there Friday morning. I think I've missed twice in the last year. Once because it was Black Friday and I was working, and once because my internet was down. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the tower.